Have you ever felt like you're on the edge of something life-changing? Like deep down, your soul knows that something is shifting, that Allah is preparing you for something greater? Maybe you've been waiting, praying, hoping for a righteous spouse, wondering when it will finally happen. But what if I told you that Allah has already been sending you clear signs? Signs that you are closer than ever to meeting the partner He has written for you. Too often we think that love and marriage are just about waiting for the right time, but the truth is, it's about divine alignment. Allah doesn't unite two souls at random. He prepares them, He strengthens them, He purifies them, and He removes everything that is not meant for them so that when the moment arrives, they are ready for each other. And right now, you might be closer than you think. But here's the problem. Most people miss the clues. They mistake their struggles for delays. They see heartbreak as punishment instead of protection. They become impatient, not realizing that sometimes a closed door is actually the biggest blessing in disguise. But what if, instead of feeling frustrated, you could start recognizing the signs that Allah is leading you toward your destiny? That's exactly what we're going to uncover today. 5 powerful signs that you are nearing the partner Allah has destined for you. These aren't just random feelings or coincidences. These are deep spiritual confirmations that your journey toward love is unfolding in a way you never expected. So stay with me till the end, because what you're about to hear might just be the confirmation you've been waiting for all along. And if you recognize even one of these signs in your life right now, then trust me, your blessing is closer than you ever imagined. Lesson 1. Your heart finds peace and contentment. One of the most profound signs that you are nearing the partner Allah has destined for you is the deep sense of peace and contentment that takes root in your heart. This is not the fleeting excitement of infatuation, nor the restless anxiety of longing for love. It is a divine tranquility, a calmness that reassures you that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Allah tells us in the Quran, "And among His signs is that He created for you mates from among yourselves, that you may dwell in tranquility with them, and He has put love and mercy between your hearts." Surah Ar-Rum 30:21. Before Allah unites two souls, He first grants them inner stability. If your heart was once restless, constantly searching, feeling lonely, or fearing that time was slipping away, but now you find yourself at peace, trusting in Allah's timing, this is a powerful sign that your destined partner is close. This peace is not just about feeling okay with being single. It is about feeling whole on your own, knowing that your worth does not depend on another person's presence. You stop chasing after temporary connections, meaningless attachments, or people who do not value your soul. You no longer entertain relationships that pull you away from your deen, and you no longer fear being alone. Instead, you embrace solitude as a period of self-growth, reflection, and preparation for the love that Allah has written for you. You begin to see life differently. You recognize that true love is not found in desperation, but in patience, sincerity, and faith. You understand that love from another human can never replace the love and connection you must first establish with Allah. And once your heart aligns with this truth, your soul becomes ready to receive the person who will complement you in ways you never imagined. Perhaps in the past you felt anxious about your future, worried about whether you would ever find the right person. But now you no longer let those fears control you. You start noticing that your du'as are different, not filled with desperation, but with sincerity and trust. You no longer ask Allah to just send you any spouse. You ask Him to send you the right spouse, one who will bring you closer to Him, one who will love you with sincerity and righteousness. And in this state of peace, you begin to recognize that marriage is not about escaping loneliness. It is about fulfilling a divine purpose, building a partnership that will help you grow spiritually and emotionally. This peace is a sign that Allah is preparing you for something beautiful. He does not unite two unsettled hearts. He first strengthens, refines, and purifies them, so that when they finally meet, their love is not based on neediness, but on strength, mutual understanding, and devotion to Allah. If you find yourself in this phase of tranquility, where your heart no longer aches for love, but trusts in its perfect arrival, then know that you are close, closer than you think. Your destined partner is not just any person. They are someone Allah has specifically chosen for you. And as you draw nearer to them, your soul will continue to find deeper peace because it is being prepared to receive a love that is pure, purposeful, and rooted in faith. Stay patient, stay hopeful, and most importantly, stay connected to Allah, for He is the one orchestrating the most beautiful love story of your life. Lesson 2. You experience spiritual growth. A powerful and undeniable sign that you are nearing the partner Allah has destined for you is the profound spiritual growth you begin to experience. This is not just about personal development or emotional healing, but a deepening of your connection with Allah that realigns your heart, mind, and actions with His divine will. As you progress on this journey, you may notice a subtle shift within you. Your heart yearns for Allah's closeness, and you become more mindful of your purpose in this world. Allah says in the Quran, "And those who believe are stronger in love for Allah," Surah Al-Baqarah 2165. This stronger love for Allah is not a fleeting feeling. It is a transformation that starts to manifest in all aspects of your life, including your desire for a relationship that brings you closer to Him. As you grow spiritually, you may find yourself gravitating toward deeper worship, more focused prayers, more sincere supplications, and a stronger commitment to following the teachings of Islam. As you draw closer to the person Allah has written for you, Allah begins to purify your soul. He removes the impurities of impatience, desperation, and misdirected desires, replacing them with a serene patience that trusts in His perfect timing. You begin to understand that the true essence of love lies in your love for Allah, and any love that follows must be grounded in His mercy and guidance. You become more attuned to the signs Allah sends, whether through moments of clarity, guidance from the Quran and Hadith, or the wisdom shared by righteous people in your life. Allah, in His mercy, prepares your heart to be receptive to the love of your destined partner, but first He ensures that you are spiritually aligned with Him. This alignment is essential because, before uniting you with another soul, Allah first nurtures your soul to be the best version of yourself, a version that can contribute to a relationship based on mutual respect, faith, and love for Him. During this time of spiritual growth, you may also find yourself naturally drawn to a path of self-improvement. This might manifest in a desire to strengthen your knowledge of the deen, to engage more in acts of charity, or to be more mindful of your character. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us that the best of you are those who are best to their women, Tirmidhi, and this deepening of your spiritual understanding allows you to grow in the virtues of patience, kindness, and compassion, traits that are essential for a loving, harmonious relationship. You become more mindful of your actions, realizing that your relationship with Allah is the foundation for all other relationships in your life. You start to see that you are not only growing in faith for the sake of yourself, but you are also preparing to be a better partner for the one Allah has chosen for you. As you experience this spiritual growth, you may also notice a sense of clarity and calmness washing over you. Your previous impatience or anxiety about finding the right person slowly fades, replaced by a peaceful certainty that Allah's plan is perfect. You begin to realize that the best relationships are those built on faith and mutual respect. And the closer you grow to Allah, the closer you come to your destined partner. Through this process, Allah is not just preparing you spiritually. He is also aligning your heart with the right person so that when you do meet, the connection will be based on a shared love for Allah and a deep commitment to building a relationship that strengthens both of your faiths. This spiritual growth is not just for you as an individual, it is a necessary part of preparing you to be the best partner for someone else. In becoming spiritually aligned, you learn how to love with sincerity, to give with compassion, and to lead with faith. You learn to prioritize the deen in your relationships, and as you come closer to Allah, He makes it clear that the person you are waiting for is also undergoing a similar process of spiritual growth. In this way, Allah is uniting you both in a bond that is not just about earthly desires, but about building a relationship that draws you both closer to Him. This growth becomes a sign of the beautiful union that is to come, one that will not only fulfill you emotionally but also spiritually, allowing both you and your partner to become sources of strength and support for each other in your journey toward Allah. As you continue to grow spiritually, trust that this growth is part of the divine preparation that is bringing you closer to the love and partnership Allah has destined for you. Lesson 3. Unexpected closures and doors. Opening, one of the most striking signs that you are getting closer to the partner Allah has destined for you is the series of unexpected closures and doors opening in your life. These events might initially feel like setbacks or moments of frustration, but when viewed through the lens of faith, they are divine interventions that are actually guiding you toward the right path. Allah's plan is always better than our own, and sometimes He closes doors that we may have wanted to walk through, not as a punishment, but as a protection. Allah's wisdom is beyond our understanding, and His decisions are based on His perfect knowledge of what is best for us, even when we don't comprehend it at the moment. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "If Allah intends good for someone, He afflicts them with trials." Bukhari. This means that Allah's wisdom sometimes leads us to face trials, pain, or even disappointment so that we can eventually be brought closer to something far better. You may have experienced situations where relationships, opportunities, or paths that once seemed promising suddenly ended or took a turn you didn't expect. These moments of closure, although painful, are actually preparing you for something far greater. They allow you to release what is not meant for you, creating space for Allah's blessings to enter your life. At times, we become so fixated on what we think is best for us that we fail to realize that Allah is actually guiding us toward what will truly bring us peace, happiness, and fulfillment. In relationships, for example, you might have invested time and energy into someone or something, only for it to suddenly fall apart. The pain and confusion that come with this can make you question Allah's plan. But it's important to understand that the right person will never be a source of pain or confusion. They will be a source of peace and clarity. Sometimes we are attached to relationships or situations that are not in alignment with Allah's plan for us. And these closures happen as a mercy from Allah. They push us to detach from what's not meant to be, so that when the right person enters our life, we are ready with hearts clear and open to receive the love that will bring us closer to Allah. These closings can be Allah's way of removing distractions or relationships that would have hindered your spiritual growth or your potential to build a lasting, righteous relationship. Similarly, the unexpected doors that open in your life are a clear sign that Allah is paving the way for your union with your destined partner. You might find that opportunities that seemed out of reach suddenly appear, whether it's a new career, a new friendship, or even an unexpected invitation to an event that will lead to meaningful connections. These openings are not coincidences. They are signs from Allah that He is aligning your life in a way that leads you toward your soulmate. Allah, in His infinite mercy, brings these opportunities into your life when you are ready, ensuring that the timing is perfect for you to meet the person who will help you grow spiritually and emotionally. When these doors open, it's a reminder that Allah is always working behind the scenes, orchestrating events in your life to bring you closer to your purpose and to the person who will be a true partner in your journey. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but these unexpected shifts in your life are an indication that Allah is in control. He knows the desires of your heart, and His plan for you is far greater than any plan you could have for yourself. It's essential to remember that what may seem like a disappointment or rejection is often Allah's way of guiding you to something far more aligned with your destiny. His wisdom ensures that, even if things don't unfold as you expected, they are leading you closer to the one He has destined for you. In these moments, patience and trust in Allah are key. Know that every door that closes is not a setback, but a step closer to the divine plan He has in store for you. Trust the process and be confident that every experience, whether it feels like a loss or a gain, is part of Allah's perfect timing. The doors that are opening in your life are a clear sign that He is aligning your path to bring you closer to your future partner. When the time is right, you will meet them, and you will see how each closure and every opening was a necessary part of the journey that led you to them. Remember that Allah knows what is best for you, and that He is never late. His timing is always perfect. Lesson 4. Your dua becomes stronger and specific. As your connection with Allah strengthens, you may also begin to feel a sense of peace and certainty in your duas. Your heart becomes more aligned with Allah's will, and you realize that your prayers are not about demanding what you want, but rather seeking what is best for you in His eyes. You understand that Allah knows what is best for you far more than you can comprehend, and you begin to trust that whatever He has planned for you, whether it aligns with your desires or not, will be a source of ultimate happiness and fulfillment. Your dua becomes more about surrendering to His divine wisdom, asking Allah to grant you the strength to accept His decisions, no matter how they may unfold. In doing so, you experience a deeper sense of peace in your supplications, knowing that everything is unfolding according to Allah's perfect plan. This peace is not only a sign of your growing trust in Allah, but it is also an indication that you are growing spiritually, recognizing that your ultimate goal is to please Allah and live a life that is aligned with His guidance. Your supplications may shift from asking for a partner who meets specific criteria to asking Allah to mold you into the person who can provide for your future spouse what they need: love, respect, patience, and devotion. You may ask Allah to help you purify your heart so that you can approach marriage with a mindset of selflessness, love, and commitment to Allah's commands. As your dua continues to evolve, you may also find that it becomes more heartfelt and emotional, reflecting the sincerity and longing in your heart for Allah's guidance. You no longer simply ask for a partner, but you start to yearn for the type of union that will bring you closer to Allah, one that is rooted in faith, mutual respect, and shared goals. This is when your dua transcends a simple request for a spouse and becomes a prayer for a partnership of growth and spiritual elevation. You may ask for Allah to grant you and your spouse the ability to navigate life's challenges together, always with a heart full of patience and understanding. Your supplications may ask for strength in the face of trials, guidance in making decisions together, and wisdom in fostering a relationship that nourishes both your deen and your character. This transition is a sign that you are spiritually maturing, recognizing that marriage is not just about love in this world, but about a love that leads to eternal rewards in the hereafter. Your dua also becomes an act of self-reflection and growth as you seek Allah's help in transforming yourself into the type of person who will not only be worthy of such a partner, but also be capable of contributing to a blessed and harmonious marriage. You start to ask Allah for the qualities that will allow you to be a supportive partner, qualities like humility, gratitude, patience, and compassion. You realize that the right partner is not someone who will complete you, but someone who will complement you, helping you grow in ways that you might not even realize are needed. This shift in your dua reflects a deeper understanding of the purpose of marriage in Islam, which is to help each other grow closer to Allah and support each other in navigating the challenges of life. Your supplications are no longer just about finding someone to make you happy, but about seeking someone with whom you can build a relationship that brings you both closer to Allah's pleasure. This evolving nature of your dua is a clear sign that you are on the right path, preparing not only to meet your destined partner, but also to become the best version of yourself for that person. Lastly, the specificity and strength of your dua become a reflection of the deep connection you've developed with Allah. As you continue to pray, you may notice that the doubts and uncertainties you once had about your future spouse begin to fade, replaced by a profound sense of trust in Allah's plan. You no longer worry about when or how you will meet your partner because you have complete faith that Allah's timing is perfect. Your dua becomes a powerful expression of surrender, trust, and hope, knowing that Allah has already written your story and your job is simply to be patient and trusting in His divine plan. The more you engage in this deep, specific, and sincere dua, the more you are spiritually prepared for the partnership that awaits you. Your dua is no longer just a plea for a spouse. It becomes an act of spiritual alignment, preparing both your heart and soul to receive the partner that Allah has destined for you. A partner who will help you grow in faith, in love, and in the pursuit of Allah's pleasure. Lesson 5. You no longer feel desperate, only ready. As you move through this process, you may notice that your entire mindset regarding relationships undergoes a profound shift. The frantic searching, the longing, and the doubts that once clouded your thoughts begin to fade, replaced by an inner peace and understanding that is rooted in trust in Allah's plan. You no longer feel as though you need to chase after love or seek validation from others. Instead, you focus on building a relationship with Allah, knowing that when your heart is in the right place, He will bring the right person into your life at the perfect time. This sense of readiness is not about rushing into marriage, but about preparing yourself for the lifelong commitment that marriage requires. You recognize that being ready doesn't just mean finding the right person. It means being prepared to contribute to a marriage that is centered on mutual love, respect, and devotion to Allah. You understand that marriage is not a simple relationship of companionship or love, but a partnership in worship and growth, where both individuals support one another in their spiritual journey. This shift in perspective also brings a sense of empowerment and confidence. You realize that your worth is not defined by being in a relationship, but by your relationship with Allah. You are no longer seeking external validation or rushing to meet societal expectations. You understand that Allah's plan is always better than any timeline you might set for yourself, and that patience and faith in Him are the keys to happiness and success. This empowerment allows you to embrace your singlehood with a sense of contentment, knowing that it is a time for personal growth, self-reflection, and spiritual development. You become less concerned with the pressures of those around you, knowing that everyone's journey is unique and that Allah is preparing you for the exact moment when you and your partner will meet. This shift from desperation to readiness is also a sign that your emotional maturity is growing. You no longer see relationships as a means of filling a void or seeking external happiness. Instead, you view marriage as a complementary bond, a partnership that enhances your life and your faith. You are more focused on being the best version of yourself, understanding that when you align yourself with Allah's guidance, the right person will be brought into your life at the right time and under the right circumstances. You begin to see relationships not as a means to find fulfillment, but as a way to contribute to each other's growth in faith, character, and devotion to Allah. Your readiness signifies that you have reached a level of emotional stability where you no longer need external validation to feel whole. You have found your peace and purpose in Allah. This deep transformation also allows you to recognize that the perfect partner will not only be someone who complements your life, but will also challenge you in ways that will help you grow spiritually and emotionally. You no longer seek a partner who will simply make you happy, but someone who will help you grow, both in your faith and as an individual. You understand that marriage is about mutual support, sacrifice, and a commitment to helping each other achieve your highest potential in this world and the hereafter. You are ready to give love, to offer support, and to provide a space of understanding and respect for your partner. In this new mindset, you are no longer anxious or concerned about the future. Instead, you move forward with faith, confidence, and a deep sense of peace, knowing that Allah will bring the right person into your life when you are both spiritually ready. You understand that timing is everything, and you trust in Allah's perfect wisdom. You are no longer chasing after a relationship, but waiting in patience, content in the knowledge that Allah's plan is far greater than anything you could have imagined. The more your mindset shifts from desperation to readiness, the more you align yourself with the ultimate purpose of marriage, to serve Allah together, grow together, and build a life based on mutual love and devotion to Him. As we come to the end of this journey, remember that Allah's plan for you is far greater than anything you could ever imagine. Trust in His timing, have faith in His wisdom, and know that when the time is right, He will bring into your life the partner who will complete your journey with love, respect, and devotion. You are not just waiting for a soulmate, you are preparing yourself to be the best version of yourself, ready to embark on a journey that will bring you closer to Allah. So don't rush, don't worry, and don't feel desperate. Instead, focus on strengthening your connection with Allah, nurturing your own growth, and trusting that He knows exactly what's best for you. The partner you are destined for is out there, and when the time comes, your hearts will meet in perfect harmony, guided by Allah's perfect plan. Keep praying, keep believing, and above all, keep striving to be the person Allah has created you to be. The more you align yourself with Allah's will, the more you will realize that your true peace and fulfillment come from Him alone. May you be granted patience in moments of waiting, peace in moments of uncertainty, and the strength to remain steadfast in your faith. Keep working on becoming the best version of yourself, And remember, your journey to finding your partner is part of a much bigger purpose, one that leads to love, joy, and the fulfillment of Allah's will. Know that every step you take on this path is an opportunity for growth and for drawing closer to Allah. The time of waiting is not wasted. It's a time of refinement, where your heart is being prepared for the love and companionship that will come when it is meant to. May Allah grant you a partner who will walk with you in faith, supporting you in this life and the next. And may your union be a means of drawing both of you closer to His mercy and blessings. Jazakum Allahu khair for watching, and may Allah's endless blessings be upon you. Until next time, remember to trust in His plan, embrace the process, and keep your heart open to all that Allah has destined for you.